JTML.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy JTMM, aka Just 10 More Minutes, aka The Freaking 10. Yes, I turned off that screen. It's some notes that I took of points I wanted to cover, or else I will go everywhere with ADHD. The whole reason for this video, as you can see in the title of Let's Talk, is really to let y'all get to know me, right? And why I started the channel, my passion for music, and where I see this going, and really why I am so passionate about this channel. So I do have some notes. I didn't write everything down. I'm not going to read from it. It's just points to kind of keep me on track. Okay, so let's start. Why did I start this? My next statements are not to put down any reactors that are currently out there, because without them to inspire me to chase my dream of doing this, I wouldn't be doing this. So this is not a knock against them. But really, when I started watching these reactors, there are very few that actually broke down the lyrics. When I watched their videos, and I still watch their videos, they always looked for that key bar, that key moment in the song of saying, oh, and reacting and giving that, oh my God type of reaction that they might be known for. You'll see it with someone where they'll react to a line, they'll stand up, they'll throw their headset off, they'll, do whatever. And that's what people look for that have watched their videos over time. But that's kind of the extent of the channel. And again, this isn't knocking them, because when you find that niche, what you're good at, and people really enjoy watching you, that's what you capitalize on. So, and I watch them, I laugh, I respond to them in their video comments. So I'm not taking away from that. But what I saw that lacked in a lot of these reactions is the breakdown of the lyrics themselves, right? And a lot of y'all have commented to me in that and said, that's what you really like. Y'all are who I want as those consistent viewers. And for people that aren't consistent viewers that pop in, I want them to start popping in more and more and being consistent, because they appreciate the take on the song and then the interaction in the community. So I saw that kind of void, I guess you could say, in the market. And let's not mistake it. YouTube is a market of business. That's why a lot of people start this. And I'll get to that in a few minutes. So I saw this gap and I said, with my background, with my passion for music, I think I can help fill this. Now, why do I have such a passion for music? It turns out, so I was adopted by an amazing family when I was 11 months old. Didn't know my birth parents until both of my adopted parents had passed away and reconnected. And I found more out about my family, but my biological dad was an actual musician. And was a great singer. From everything I've heard, I never got to see him perform or anything, or see anything that he had published. But from what I learned in the short time of connecting with my biological mom, that's what I kind of learned. And it kind of clicked for me then that the music was kind of in my blood, so to speak. And it explained a lot of things. I only found this out maybe 4 or 5 years ago. I'm 44 now. And explained a lot about why I had such a passion for music. Now, growing up, my adopted mom sang in the church choir. She had an amazing voice growing up, that I love listening to. And then we'd go traveling, right? As you all pile in the car, parents turn on the radio, unless it was my dad, and it was talk radio. My mom was in the car, it was music. And we would just go on these trips. And now they were country music fans, and so I grew up on a lot of country. The George Jones, the George Strait, Charlie Pride. Oh, love Charlie Pride's voice. And so you just started singing along. And so it naturally just came about. Then writing of poetry. Poetry is another form that you can turn into music and or into lyrics, and so that really clicked for me. Then as I got older, I really kind of took singing to the next level. I liked singing in choirs. I then was in a band with my oldest brother. He played bass. I was the lead singer. We wrote some really kick-ass songs and loved it. And after that, I kind of stepped away from music. It wasn't a great fallout from the band. Um, it really kind of turned me away from music for a little while. And so, as I started watching these reactors and stuff, and it all started to click, it took me back, and I really started feeling like that's what I was drawn to do. And I don't know if many people feel like this. I've got an amazing wife. I've got a job and a company I've been with for over 20 years that I absolutely love. I love the people I work with. And of course, I have my amazing kids. Um, that yeah, I think you've seen my daughter within here. You haven't seen my son yet. We may do some son and dad and son music videos, and then I've got a very small 2-year-old. So I've got that completeness there. But I've always had the feeling I was drawn and I was put here for something greater. And again, there's no greater gift than kids. There's no greater gift than having an amazing wife and a successful job and career as much as I've had. But there's that inner fire that you were meant for something bigger. And so as I've been on Twitch for a little while and did that for a year, and the first couple months was great, and then it just kind of went out the door. Um, this wasn't something didn't click. I didn't feel as if that's what it was for me. Playing the games and such, with people was great. I made amazing friends. The guy that gave me the Ginger song was somebody that I met from Twitch. So it was meant for a reason, but it wasn't that bigger purpose. And then I got the urge to do this with the reactors and such that I talked about. And I posted that verse video with Ginger and thought I was, man, I sang for so long and I did this and there's no way she's doing that. And then she humbly handed me my ass on a silver platter once I saw the Loudwire, and the rest is history to where we are today. I'm at home with this channel. I am at home with each and every one of you that has subscribed. And for those that haven't subscribed, maybe this video will help change your mind as to why I'm different than the others and why I'm so passionate about it. I'm at home with y'all. When I turn this camera on and I'm breaking down a song, I wake up in the morning, I'm working, I'm in meetings, and the breaks that I get, I go to the comment section and I love the interaction. And I may just put thank you because I may be in a meeting and I want to see what's out there to try to get to as many as I can. Or I may have time to post a longer response. Y'all are friends. Y'all are the community. That's what I'm wanting to build with this, is that community of music lovers that we all come together, and it doesn't matter about the race, religion, the politics, and all that other bullshit that we're dealing with in this world right now that is tearing people apart. This is a simple love of music, and it's our world and our time together to not worry about any of those other things that everybody wants to put in front of us to tear us apart, but to find the commonality so that we stand with each other and stand next to each other and no longer trying to climb on top of each other to get to the top. It's a big enough pie for all of us, and that's what drives me with this. That's what's given y'all, and I'm just kind of glazing over to make sure there's nothing that I'm missing in my notes that I wanted to cover. The last thing that I want to cover is just a personal thing for me. It's the self-confidence. I do conference calls all day. in the business world, and I'm very confident in that standpoint. But from a social interaction standpoint, it's not necessarily always been my forte. I'm not exactly a small guy, as you can tell. Um, but with that being said, it's different on here when you're interacting with people, and they do get. I mean, y'all get to see me, right? Days that I haven't necessarily shaved because I do work from home, so I don't necessarily have to. Um, but y'all see me. I don't see any of the comments of, hey, you're this, you're that, and go do this and go do that. Y'all just accept me for me and for what I'm providing to you as a content creator. That's done loads, and I'm gonna try not to tear up, but that's done loads for my self confidence. So for that, I thank each of you. You know, talking with and they know who they are. With Ventercy and the interactions I've had with them have been unbelievable. And some of the people that work behind the scenes that have commented, and we've kind of talked back and forth a couple times on the band topics and merch and stuff. Just amazing people, and it's those type of interactions that continue to drive me to not only help me succeed, right, with their interactions and people coming in to see me to see what I think about the next song, but then also as a content creator, being able to repay that and helping them. Now, with the monetization, when that happens, keep in mind that monetization goes to the bands and the people that are claiming the copyright. I'm 100% okay with that. For me, as a successful business world, person, it's not truly why I started it. There are things that I'm going to do with merchandise and stuff like that that I want to reinvest in the channel to make it even bigger and give back to you as subscribers. Um, in the future, work with bands as far as reviews and then possible, you know, joint giveaways for merch and stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff that I want to grow into to be able to give back to y'all. So I'm not just taking this, guys, and saying I want to put out content to make money. At the point of monetization, I'm not making anything because the views are going to the bands as they rightfully should. I am 100% okay with that. My support from y'all will come from other ways of the self confidence. And, if you like some of the designs that I put out for merch, that's what it's about. So, yes, I'm babbling. Yes, I'm a very verbose when it comes to the talking and explaining things. It's just something I've always done because I want people to understand exactly my passion for this. So I see the channel growing. We're growing at a huge rate. I'm okay with that. It doesn't stop me from, okay, now that I've gotten so many subs, I have to stop and I can slow down. That's not how I work. When I'm focused, I'm focused. So expect a certain number of videos a day. Will it always be 5? I don't know. Right now, I'm able to do that, and it's not a problem. If something happens, I've got content recorded that I can still post. So right now, that's fine. And I do that with the schedule. And I've said it before in those videos. I just don't want to waste your time. We're all busy. We all have lives outside of YouTube. And so if you know that you want to watch my next video, then I'm going to make sure that you know what I'm putting out so that you know whether you want to watch that video or not. It may be a band that you don't like. I'm not going to waste your time with that. So I've been talking here for 15 minutes, and I hope I got my points across that I wanted to get across of exactly what y'all mean to me with your beautiful comments of, great reaction, and I can tell that you have the passion, and I like your lyrical breakdown. That's the stuff that drives me, right? And the criticisms that I've got, I'm okay with. Because if you don't learn, you don't grow. Y'all are amazing. You know, hitting 400 subscribers in under 3 weeks, when in fact, and guys, I think I mentioned in videos, I kid you not, I had that YouTube for a year and a half. It was me playing a house flipper game, me playing Dead by Daylight, posting stuff from my Twitch every now and then. Maybe 100 views top, 100 views tops, and 25 subscribers over that entire time. With my Twitch, over 200 followers, and I got in it during the pandemic, or I guess right before the pandemic started, and so everybody wanted to be a content creator on Twitch. So, you know, there, guys, 230 followers in over a year, and I think it was 4,000 hours watched. And I was okay with that. It was great. I was making new friends, etc. And then I started this channel. And that first video, I saw my subscribers go up, and I was at 50, and I thought it was the greatest thing ever. And then it hit 100. And then I started posting more videos, and then it went up to 200, and then 300. And I got involved with Nightwish and Ventersea and Avatar, and these amazing bands, and you as subscribers, and the channel is just growing. So when I see it grow this fast, it motivates me to keep putting out content for y'all. I hope y'all enjoy it. Please continue to provide me those suggestions. I'm working on some things. I'm going to try to get it to where maybe there's an easier way for y'all to submit stuff to me. Because I don't always catch everything in the comments, simply because of everything that goes on. And I don't want y'all to ever think that I don't read the comments. I read as many as I can throughout the day and try to go back and read as many as possible. It's time, right? Time is not infinite for us. And so I try to do as much as I can to interact as much as you can with y'all. So I appreciate y'all. What I just said at 15 minutes turned into 17, but that's me. Y'all know this by now. I truly, truly, truly thank you. I hope this gives some insight into my passion, into my mind, as to why I'm doing this, what I plan on doing with this. And, you know, if y'all have ideas, don't hesitate to share them. I would love to, at some point, if any of y'all want to do some sort of joint reaction to a band that y'all haven't heard. You know, whether it's a live chat, whether, you know, I get someone else on here on camera with me and we record one. I'm cool with that. I am A-okay with that. This is a community for us. And so, thank you for this journey so far. I love y'all. I won't go out with the corny tag that I always do. I do those just for fun, just to make people smile at the end and say, what an idiot. And if I can make y'all smile for 2 seconds, then I've completed what I wanted. I love y'all. I'll see y'all in the next video. I'm out of here.
KTML.